my family, we've been going through like a lot of tough and rough situations, but it's amazing that how God's always been there to provide and help out and support. For me as an individual, like when I'm at school, and obviously like it's tough, and I know it can get like you'll have highs and lows, but obviously like no matter like what happened, like God will always like be there to help me out, no matter what the situation is.
Jesus has made me feel the love he has for me, um, the kind of love that you cannot get from anyone else. I was ensured safety with him, that I am gonna be okay, that I can't go through and that he's with me all the time. Ever since, I've had the understanding now when I cannot rely on my friends or even on my own family, he's already there waiting for me to tell him what's on my heart because he's a good father.
He showed me a path I never thought would bring me this much excitement and adventure. He made my life so calm and peaceful.
Jesus has had a really big impact on my life. When I started getting into him seriously and actually believing in him and trusting him, my confidence grew a lot, and stuff that I was scared to do before, or too nervous or too shy to speak out or stuff, I would feel confident because I knew God was always there for me and always wanted what's best for me.
Since I became a Christian, Jesus has always been there for me. I feel like he's always looking over me and helped me through a lot of challenges, overcoming challenges in my life.
God's changed my life, he's restored me, he's made me a new creation. I used to deal with a lot of things, and God's took that away and healed me. He's been there through the darkest of times, and he's never left me. He's gave me confidence, he's made me so much happier as a person, and I'm all better now.
I say I was on and off. My behavior was not, I won't say it was bad. It was bad, but not that bad. I just do stuff without thinking. Do stuff. So I was as I started drinking a lot and feeling lonely and stuff like that. Jesus has changed my mentality. I don't get interested in those stuff anymore. I don't feel like doing those stuff anymore. I'm different now because I think before I do something, I don't feel like the way I used to feel about myself. So I feel like freedom and stuff like that. Not too much worry. So yeah, I think that's the impact. So I'm trying to get better every day through Jesus.
Due to the circumstances of the areas I'm growing up, the surroundings, hanging with the wrong people, ended up in drugs, drinking, gangs, things which I regret, but I also ended up having big addiction for, I'd say, maybe 7-8 years of my life, which I tried to stop myself, realised not possible, kept trying myself, kept failing, kept trying, kept failing. But one night, I remember I was in Edinburgh. I went home. On the train journey, I felt like this is enough. If it's not something I can do, but I gave in and decided to ask God for help. I remember the moment I got home, the first thing I did, I took off my jacket and I sat on the floor. I've got a window in my living room at the side. I opened the curtain because I wanted some light to come in. I just sat there, looked outside on my knees, and I cried for 30 minutes, 1 hour. Asked for help. Asked God. I've had enough of this. I want to live a life for myself in the future. I don't want to live this anymore. repented at that moment. This was, I would say, 4 years ago, and woke up the next day, and I've not looked back since. So just felt like a whole different person, and from that day on, I've not went back to what I used to do. And I give full credit to Jesus, because I tried myself and it didn't work. But that day when I sat there and I prayed and repented, I felt like I felt the power of God, and I felt His power, and it's something I can't deny.
It's like, what do I say? There's a tornado going around, and yet still I was able to find peace. He named me Peace. My name's meaning is peace. So yeah. And even when things were tough, he was always there. He told me that, it's okay. I'm there. I'm always protecting you. You'll always have your peace. Even through all my mistakes, even when I'm imperfect, he knew that I am someone who's enough to be loved, and he gave me that love. And I always knew that that he would be here for me, and yeah.
Oh, I can't imagine not getting up in the morning and doing a devotional and not having a conversation with him, and not praising him when something good goes well, and not praising him when I'm going through something difficult, because I know he'll always bring me through it. So my relationship with Jesus has got closer and closer and closer, and there's no living without him.
I have decided to get baptised today because I feel like it's the next step in my faith and the right move going forward. I feel like a lot as a pastor's kid, there's a huge spotlight on your faith, and there's a huge spotlight on what you're doing next. And for me, this is a way of saying that my faith is my own and taking it into my own hands.